YouTube. This will be my 30-week not postpartum, what the heck am I saying? 30-week pregnancy video. Yeah, it's a bit late. Actually, it's very late. Tomorrow I'll be 31 weeks. So this will be on, I guess, what happened in the 29th week of pregnancy. But of course, I just say 30 weeks pregnant because I am 30 weeks pregnant. That's why I call the video that. Yeah, so I'll get started. I had my glucose test done not this last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before. And I got those results back this Wednesday. Came back that I do not have gestational diabetes. Yes, passed this test. I'm so glad, because with my first, the first time I ever had to do the glucose test was with my third, because of I've symptoms of gestational diabetes and my weight gain, and I had a 9-pound 1-ounce baby and stuff, so I had to have it with my third, and I failed the first one and I had to do another one. This time I passed. I'm just extremely excited about that. I also had a blood test, and I did mention this all in my last video too. But yeah, I had a blood test and all those results came back also, and I'll show you what my arm looks like now. It honestly keeps looking worse and worse every day. Almost. Well, it was, and now hopefully it's starting to get better. So that's my arm where they had to take my blood. They actually had to poke me twice because I got very hard veins to find, and when I told them where everybody always finds my blood, or like the vein, because I've had so many blood tests, I know there's one spot where they always get my blood. They wouldn't listen to me. The student lab technician was trying to, but every time he had to ask for help to make sure there's a vein there, because he didn't want to just poke me. But then they kept taking over, and then they would do it, and it was frustrating because it really hurt. I almost passed out because the needle was in my arm for a really long time. So, and I don't like needles and stuff, so I almost passed out, and it was just terrible. Yeah, those blood test results came back that pretty much everything was good. My iron is 125. They want it to be over 110, so that's really good. My blood platelets are really good. They're at 193, and they want them above 140, or at least at 140, something like that. The bad part is I'm not immune to rubella. Again. The reason why I say again is because I had to get the rubella shot after my first child, and it hurt like crazy. Thankfully, when my first daughter got the rubella shot herself, the public health nurse that I go to see to get my kids' needles done, oh no, it was her 4-month needles or something. I can't remember exactly how old she was, but whatever. My midwife told me that they actually changed the serum or something so that it doesn't hurt as bad. So hopefully that's true, because I don't have to get the rubella shot again, but for the safety of the baby and my children that have not had the rubella shot, I have to get the shot, so if I get it, then I can give it to the baby, or it's just safer that way. So hopefully the needle doesn't hurt, because it hurts so bad. And then I told the nurse, like, wow, that hurts. And then she told me that the oxytocin that they give me after I have the baby to help the uterus contract and everything hurts worse. And with my son, I didn't even notice that when they gave it to me. I was asking, so am I going to get that needle yet? And they're like, you already got it. And I'm like, oh. So that's really nice, because I really hate needles. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. And they did check the rubella when I was pregnant with my other ones. I guess I did have immunity from it, or whatever. Like, it lasted for 2 pregnancies and wore off. which is just retarded. So I gotta get it yet a third time because when I was little I also got it. So, I've been craving KFC. Well, that was like in my 29th week that I was, yeah. Yeah, I had very strong cravings for KFC. And I would get the poutine with coleslaw and chicken. 2 chicken pieces, a drumstick and a wing. So good. I'm having lower back pain, and actually my hip too. My right hip hurts when I lay on it, and I didn't have this with all my other pregnancies, but it hurts. Like at first, I can lay on it for a little while, but then it starts hurting, and that just sucks. Yeah, so there's that. And lower back pain, and I also have back pain in the middle of my back, and I have a curve in my back that's more pronounced than most, and it's been feeling very like weak, and I get back pain there very easily. Sorry, there's a weird sound, I don't know what it was. Yeah, so I've been having problems with that this pregnancy, and with my other ones I actually never had such a problem with it, but it makes it really hard to do anything, because then I get that pain and my back feels really weak, and I just feel like it's a chore carrying around the baby and the weight so far, and I never felt like that with my other pregnancies. So I'm guessing it's because I've had my last 3 very close together. My first 2 they're almost 2 years apart, so that was, I had a year break before I got pregnant again there, and now with all the rest of my babies I haven't, so I think that's why I'm having more of a difficult time with this pregnancy, because also my pelvic bone, also that pain has increased and stuff, but it's more noticeable at night when I'm laying down. I have to have a body pillow in between my legs to keep my legs from touching, or it just hurts and is uncomfortable, and it's really hard to turn over. It takes me forever, and I walk so slow and I waddle, and this has been like this for such a long time, and I think my husband's like, this sucks, because he always goes so fast, and I'm like, okay, wait for me. I can't walk fast, even when I try. It's like people are walking past me, and really sucks. Yeah, and I've been getting more swelling lately in my hands. I don't even know if you can see all this. My hands are usually scrawny, like bony scrawny, like my feet. My feet look like my sister's feet, like now, my younger sister, who is skinny, but because I have such scrawny feet, they just, you can't even see that they're swollen, which is weird, but, and they're the same size as her feet, because I think she takes more after my mom, because my mom has just lots of swelling in her feet usually, mostly her one foot, but that was after babies that she got that, but my sister already has some, like she'll get it with her period and stuff, so hopefully when she has kids she's not like my mom and actually always gets swelling. Yeah. The baby is head down, and I'm thinking when my midwife checked me, like my last appointment, oh, excuse me, sorry about that, I'm pretty sure the baby was head down there then also, because the movements are the same. What she was wiggling honestly felt like the hip to me, the baby's hip and the leg and like the butt area, whatever. Like if it's, the butt is up here, so I can't use my hand, like this top part here is the butt, and then it felt like that, kind of a, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but that's what it felt like when I would touch my stomach and stuff, and it didn't make sense, but it doesn't matter, the baby is head down now, regardless. And my uterus also feels like it's higher up into my stomach. I've been getting more heartburn, and if I bend over at all, usually I get heartburn. I get heartburn every time I eat. I get heartburn with just everything, and it's like I can feel that she also seems to be pushing on the outside of my ribs sometimes. Usually I don't have much problems with the babies in the ribs because I carry so low, so hopefully I don't have much problems with that. But I've noticed some tenderness in my ribs when there's like, when she's pushing and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that is all. And I also got some postpartum cloth pads, which, because I have heavy periods, I plan on using regularly even after I have the baby and my period starts. So that's awesome. I do have a video up of me opening it up, the package and stuff, and looking at them. So if you want to see what those pads look like, you can check out that video. Yes, and hopefully I'll get my 31-week video up sooner rather than later. I get really tired and exhausted, and I still do have postpartum depression with my second, like, because I got it after I had my second, and I still have that because I haven't had enough time to get rid of it with even medication or anything. So sometimes you just don't want to do it because you just feel too depressed and just, it's not fun. But yeah, yeah, so I think that's it, and I will do a belly shot now since I actually remember. And if you see any of the mess in the baby's room, don't worry about it. We tried to get this crib over here we were going to use for the baby, but it's my oldest daughter's crib, which I didn't want to use it with my second because of she chewed on it, this crib. But my second chewed on her crib way worse than my first daughter did. So yeah, we were going to use it, but we can't find the screws for the crib, and it's I'm pretty sure it's recalled for the drop side. So yeah, and I couldn't find online somewhere where I can actually get the conversion kit, and I don't have the screws, so it doesn't matter. So we have to buy a different crib. So right now we actually have this crib in here, like that crib, and we have, if you can see, this crib over here. You can't see it that well, but that crib there, that's my second daughter's crib. That's her crib. So it's kind of a mess right now because I was trying to also make room for a spot to put the crib. So that's just all chaotic. Yeah, and I think I am soon done my the baby's hospital bag. So that I'll probably get together really soon. I also have bought some stuff for my hospital bag, so when I do that, hopefully I get to do my hospital bag. When I do that one, then I will try to show you all the stuff that I bought and everything for it. Yes, I think that is all. And also for postpartum pads, I plan on using them not in the hospital, just because usually the bleeding's so heavy, and the pads they have there are nice and huge, and I just don't want to have to get up a lot because after I have babies, I feel like I cannot breathe. I'm very feeling like I'm passed out a lot. It's really hard to stand and just try and breathe. It's just worst feeling ever. So I don't want to have to get up so much more often to check to make sure that I'm not going to bleed everywhere. So I decided to just use the pads that the hospital has. And for cloth diapering, me and my husband are probably going to wait a bit because usually I do have big babies, so hopefully she'll be able to fit the Elva baby diapers I have, the Elva baby cloth diapers I have soon after we come home, but we'll probably use some newborn ones first. But I am going to try to get her in those because they are one size, so they are supposed to fit newborns, but I have heard that they can be too big for newborns, but usually that's, for people with smaller babies, and I have big babies, so I think that, yeah. My mom is so lucky. She got one small baby. That was me. Well, okay, I came out 8 pounds 8 ounces, but I stayed tiny. I was just this little child. I get chubby little babies. I love them to, not to death. I don't like that saying. I love